Hello. Hold on. Chris, come here. Come sit with me. Oh, you talk to them. Hi. It has been a big week. Why is this so zoomed in? That's fine. Hi. That's better. Hi. Chris, come here. Come sit with me. Come on. Oh, it's your big boy. It has been a big few days. It's been a really good few days. So yesterday morning we got up really early. We got up at 5 and we drove down to Melbourne and went to a flower hub, which is this new thing starting for micro farmers like yours truly to take their blooms and pre-sell them to florists. And then we had some podcast recordings, and then we had a photo shoot yesterday evening, which is super cute. And I've collected clips from all of these so I can show you the clips. But I was very, very tired yesterday, and when I'm tired, I'm not very good at remembering to be talking to the camera. I'm more happy just like taking little B-roll clips, which is okay. I'm allowed to be tired and have my limits and my boundaries. You're really blocking my face here, dude. They can't see me. Hop down. Good boy. And then today, oh my goodness, I was really struggling in the flower patch. Sometimes I really struggle when it feels like there's just so many different parts, like too many steps to get to where I want to get to. And a friend told me that I don't have to do it alone. They're like, why are you like trying to do all of the stuff alone? You don't have to do that. Why don't you ask someone for help? And so I did, and so I paid someone who was so good. He came out and he helped me put together all of my dahlia beds, which I will show you. And so now that's all that's left for me to do. And he also cleaned up, like with a sift and mowed everywhere, which is so great. And it was just really good having someone here to like keep me moving and keep me going. Otherwise I'll just go, yeah, what, 10:30? Time for a cup of tea. And then I'll be inside and I'll be like, oh, I should just quickly do an email. And then it'll be like 12 o'clock and I'm like, oh gosh, gotta get back outside. 1:30, oh yeah, cup of tea time. So it was really good having someone else out here. So then I just kept on going. And now that I've got that momentum and I've got so much done, it's going to be so much easier to finish everything off. And I reckon by the end of next week, we will have 10, maybe 11, if I add an extra one, but there's 10 beds at the moment. We will have 10 beds planted with all of their blooms ready to go, which is great. And then it'll be the irrigation. It's going to be the next overwhelming thing, isn't it, buddy? So we'll get stuck into that hopefully next week, Monday, Tuesday. I just can't believe in less than a week. I reckon by Tuesday, it has to be by Tuesday. I have a wedding next week, so can't be doing a wedding and trying to plan things. By next Tuesday, we will have everything planned out. And I just saw today that my dahlia tubers that are coming in the post have been posted, and they're coming on Monday. So I think I'm going to aim to have a big planting day Monday, and then a big planting day Tuesday, or even a half-half, because I'll have some other stuff going on as well on Tuesday. And then, yeah, they're going to be done. It's going to be finished. I'm loving that the days are longer because I'm able to come out. Like right now, I think I'm not quite sure what time it is. I've been leaving my phone in the house to try and avoid the Instagram scroll. So I think it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's just so beautiful. I'm just out here looking at my sweet peas thinking, oh, how am I this lucky? I've got so much momentum now. I think we're going to order the autumn seeds tonight maybe, or just organize myself for autumn, because there's a bit of it, you know, all those spring sales. I'm like, well, might as well grab everything now and have a plan. And so maybe tomorrow we can talk about what I'm going to grow next year. I'd love to get some ideas on what people would like to have or see grown. But I'm just so happy. I'm just sitting here looking at these dahlia beds and thinking, how lucky am I that they're ready? All I have to do now, oh my god, Cruiser, your face. All I have to do is fill them in with compost, and we can and mulch, and then we can plant. And that feels the best Like, it feels so good. I can't wait to see. I also have been zinnia shopping. Zinnias are these cute, they're like daisies on steroids. Like, they have like a center and they have so many leaves, and they grow like little cone shape centers, and like the blooms come out kind of like a hedgehog, maybe is how I describe, or an echidna, with the spikes being the petals. And I have been getting very excited because I planted one lot and I need to pinch them out, which would be a really good task for tomorrow if we can get some of these flowers in the ground. We just can't do it tonight. We can't plant anything tonight because I think there's going to be frost in the morning. So I'm just holding off just to be safe. As weird as it is, it's the 22nd or the 20th of November and I'm worried about a frost. That is just wild. But my frost dates have been extra long this year. I had a frost first, like a heavy frost first week of April, and now I'm having frost late November. I feel like every year my frosts are getting longer and longer apart. Anyways, as I was saying, I've already done one round of zinnias and I've got to prick them out, which is really cool. And I'm getting really excited about maybe doing a second lot. And I know that there's some really cool zinnia seeds in the post bag with my dahlias, so I might go shopping for a few more and just extend the zinnia bed. And I've got to say, oh, this is so chatty, I'm so sorry, but the coolest thing that I came up with today, I came up with this idea. And my birthday's on the 1st of March, so it's in prime growing season where all of these beds that I'm planting at the moment are going to be blooming. And I had this idea that, and also my sweet peas would almost be getting ready to be planted again, so I'll have flowers everywhere, or flowers or baby flowers everywhere. I had this idea to keep the space that I'm sitting in now, so you can see the sweet peas here, you guys are sitting where the dahlia beds are, and then out this way is my zinnia bed and my other summer annuals. I'm going to keep this big gap here, and I'm going to have a flower garden party, and we'll put a big table in and we'll have lunch surrounded by the flowers, because that just sounds divine and I can't wait, and it's going to be so fun. And I'm already looking forward to it. It's in 6 months. How bad is that, buddy? We have a lot to do between now and then. Anyways, I better get going. I've still got the rest of the trailer to empty if I want to go get some more compost tomorrow. So we'll chat to you guys later. I'm going to try to capture some footage of me working, but I'm going to pre-warn you it's not very aesthetically pleasing footage. It's literally just me shoveling dirt into a wheelbarrow, shoveling dirt out of a wheelbarrow. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Hi. Before we lose daylight, I thought maybe I would show you kind of around my tiny little patch. Let's go. So these are my dahlia beds. I have room for 160 dahlias at the moment, and I think I have 250 tubers, so I'm gonna have to get creative and come up with some more. Around here, they're my 6 summer annuals, so at the moment it'll be Cosmos and Amaranthus. Down there where you see that fabric that I've started to pull up, it's been resting over winter and the soil has been cooking, is the only way I can describe it, to cook out some weeds, because I try to avoid using chemicals where I can. I just feel a bit funny. So that will be where all my zinnias will be. Where this trailer is parked is where we were sitting before, down where the dog is over there, and that will be my little event area. I ideally would love to host some something special, maybe two special workshops in this space over the autumn. Oh, we missed a bit. Hold on, we're just gonna jump back over here. So down the end there is some random chrysanthemums and some little snapdragons that I'm just, I don't know, just growing for the fun of it. I had a little extra space. Maybe next year that I'll treat it a bit more seriously. I have my raspberries along here, and then if we look to the back of the raspberries, it's all different brambleberries that are a bit out of control. I haven't finished putting up their trellis yet. I grow these guys not necessarily for the fruit, but for... That's better. So I grow these guys not necessarily for the fruit, but for the hedgerow they provide that brings all the small birds in, which then takes care of a lot of my bug problems on these lovely rows behind me. And then we're going to go back to the flowers. I've got my roses. I love these ones. They're starting to age a little bit, but they're so pretty. All through here I have roses that need a bit of a weed and a dead head. Maybe we'll attack that tomorrow. And then here, they're so much brighter in person. They don't come up very well on the camera. But these are my sweet peas. Maybe I can like, oh, we're gonna go down. These are all the sweet peas. This right here, as you can see, there's nothing in here. There was some problems with pests, so they all came out. And this right here has just done so poorly. I'm pretty sure that they have some sort of virus. Their flowers are just coming out a really weird colour that they're not meant to be. So I will actually be pulling that row out. Any disease plants out at the end of the week, maybe tomorrow as well. And then I have just little sections with different coloured ones through here. These are all my test rows to see what I like. As you can tell, they're very overgrown. There are some varieties I've really fallen in love with though. I love this, and I love this one. As you can tell, I'm very much a ripple sweet pea girl, but there's also one down here that I really love. This last row, I wanted to experiment, so I put all these sweet peas in and didn't put in a trellis, and I just wanted to see what would happen, because we're told to do the trellises, and I was like, what will happen if I don't? Just to be annoying. They've like still growing up, but they're using like weeds as their trellis, and they're definitely not as tall as the others, so I definitely think it's worthwhile doing a trellis, but they're real bushy. So still interested by it, but obviously they're not that producing, but it was just a really cool experiment. Gonna flip you back around because we've got some more peas. So these ones in here, I really love all of these beautiful pink ones. Like this one here, look at it in the sun. I would definitely grow some of those again. I haven't really liked, I mean, they're not in the best row, but these are like the black ones. I don't know if I'll grow them again. If we continue around, there's some cream ones, which I adore. And then finally, my favorite purple of the year has been this one in here. This one in here. So nice, so pretty. I love this blue. It started to do a bit of a funny thing with some marbling. I think there might be a bit of a nutrient deficiency for it, or something else, but love it. Yeah. And that is my sweet peas. As you can see, this row in particular, you can really tell there's like a difference in the health of the plants. This is the one that I think might be diseased. Like, they're yellowing, they're just not doing well. And then you look at the ones next to them and they're like thriving. Even though there might be some spotty leaves because they've had some heavy rain, they're still overall doing well. But yes, that was a little mini tour. I hope you liked it. And I'm going to sign off for the night. And I might see you guys in the morning for some more garden chores and some other little bits. See you. Good morning. It is Friday, I think, today. And the morning started off so lovely. As you can see, I've washed my hair so it's all clean. And I read my book. I've been reading a book called Savor It. It sounds really wild, but it's actually a really sweet book. And I've been reading that. And then I'm just out with Pedro. Cruiser hitched a ride back from our walk in the truck, and then we're gonna go have some
mango for breakfast and maybe some cherries, because I'm so lucky to live right near a cherry shed. It's like 10 minutes that way, so I get cherries all season and it's so good. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. This dog. You naughty. What are you doing? But it's hay season, so we're currently bringing all the hay in to put in the shed. It is time that we're bringing in the hay, and I thought I'd do a fit check, so I'm going to jump in the sun and show you. I've got my farm clothes on. I've got my lovely boyfriend somehow bought me this, and it's like the perfect shirt for the summer because it's a lighter weight and it's in my favourite colour. I've got my farm clothes on, so I'm helping unload the truck, and I'm going to try to film it so you guys can see some of kind of a little bit of what we get up to with the hay. Sophie. I forgot to talk about this, but I am filming as I make hay using a square baler. So I'm making those little bales you see out the back. It's really fun. I haven't done this before, so I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay. Good morning. It is, well, it's a Monday because I didn't really feel like filming on Sunday, so we're finishing our vlog this morning because I got some really cool stuff done yesterday, and then sometimes I just don't like to have the camera with me when I'm doing things. So yesterday I planted 100 dahlias, which is wild. I now have realised that I need to make a whole extra bed, so that is on this week's list. But this morning I have another 100 to plant, which are my, yesterday we did our oranges and our pinks, so like our brighter shades, and this morning I'm doing my pale pinks, like beigey kind of colours, and then I've got a whole row of whites to go in. My lovely boyfriend brought me some more compost last night, so I was able to finish filling all of the rows, which I'll show you now, and then yeah, we're gonna get stuck into planting. So let's do it. It's really easy, and I don't know if I do it technically right or if there's a technical thing to it, but it's just, yeah, it's also fun. And when the soil's nice and loose because it's like fresh compost, everything is just a dream. Alright, let's go! Okay, so the first variety we're doing is called Sweet Natalie, and I just get the bag open and then I put on our tubers. Alright, let's go. So this is a dahlia tuber, and right in there, can you see just above, hold on, where my finger is, there's a little eye, and that is where the plant grows from. So it's really easy. I'm just burying a hole, digging a hole and putting it. You'll be able to see this one. And I just lay them out before I plant them. I can't see the eye on this one. Oh, there it is. I love finding the eyes. It's like a little puzzle. There's one on that one. One will go where you guys are. It's really funny. This is such a big flower, but its tubers are really small. This little guy goes there. I lay them out and try and do 5 per square meter. I honestly tuck mine a little bit, maybe a little bit closer together, just because I am a bit cheeky and I have very limited space. So mine are maybe a little bit closer than technically meant to be. But they seem to grow beautifully, and they grow really tall, and they support each other as well. Alright, we'll just sprinkle that out, get rid of all that mess. Okay, so here's our tuber. We're going to dig a hole, and we're just going to place the tuber in, cover it over, and then I just like to get rid of any clumps, and that's the job done. And I get to do that
100 more times. So yeah, I will see you guys when we're done. I just found a much better example of an eye. So this, hold it right up to you guys. Oh my god, don't focus on my face. There you go. See, that's what it looks like when it grows. And then this is like when it's little. So that is where, believe it or not, all my flowers come from. It's so weird to think that in 3 months, 4 months, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, these are going to be huge bushes covered in blooms, and all of it comes from, it's just weird to think that in 4 months or 3 months, these are going to be like tall bushes covered in flowers, and all of it comes from this weird ugly little potato, off-brand potato with a little shoot. Like, I don't know. And just like that, a whole bed of dahlias I've planted. That's 50 dahlias that are going to grow and flower and get put in all my weddings, which is really exciting. I'm gonna leave this vlog here, I think, because we're about to kick off another vlog, which is starting tomorrow morning at about 3 a.m. when I head down to the flower markets, and you guys are gonna come to a wedding with me, and it's gonna be so much fun. So I will see you guys in that vlog. Bye! So I've planted the tubers, and I've planted half of the tubers, and I'm just working on these next little guys. I have a few trays of seedlings, which means they're dahlia seeds, so they're going to be completely brand new varieties when they pop their flowers, which is really exciting. So I'm just planting a block of those, and then I'll plant another block somewhere else because space is limited and your girl is really getting stuff in there. So I'm going to show you them now. Now they don't look like much, but I've planted them closer together so that I can kind of, if one's not my vibe, I can just pull it when it starts flowering and focus on keeping the ones that are really what I want. Oh my god, the flies. This is why I'm out here at like 9 o'clock in the morning while it's still shady and the flies aren't so bad, because by this afternoon they're going to be shocking. This is the one thing about Australia I don't vibe with, the flies and the snakes. As I was saying before they so rudely distracted me, I will tear out the seedlings that I'm not really a big fan of and just compost them, because the point of growing these seeds is that I get to find new varieties for myself and for my wedding clients that are going to bring their visions to life even better. And so hopefully by the end of the season, I think I have around 50 seedlings. I've got 27 in here, and then I've got 2 more kind of half trays left. I'm hoping by the end of the season that I have maybe 5 that I like. I don't know if that's like high expectations, but like 1 in 10 surely is going to be half cute. We'll see how we go. It's going to be fun, and I'll be able to show you guys as they grow, and maybe you guys can help me pick which ones to keep and get rid of. That will be really cute. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that.